Look, when a woman grows older or becomes a widow, society often assumes that her inner emotions have faded away. But the truth is, the heart doesn't recognize age. It simply responds to the circumstances of life. Today we're going to discuss a subject that very few people are willing to talk about because it isn't only about attraction, but also about pain, silence, and the deep emotions that remain hidden inside. When an older woman or a widow begins to feel attracted to a man, she rarely expresses it openly. Her actions don't seek her comfort. Her voice barely changes. Everything about her becomes calmer and more profound, because it's a feeling communicated not through words, but through the quiet living in her heart. She feels it deeply, yet she doesn't know how to express it. She experiences those emotions, but society doesn't give her the freedom to reveal them openly. That's why her signs are subtle, reserved, and gentle. And yes, these signs don't appear for everyone. They only reveal themselves when she sincerely believes a man has earned her trust. Her fears, her silence, and the inner battles she faces every single day. Because being an older woman or a widow is not simply a life situation. It's an ongoing emotional storm. When a woman loses her life partner, she doesn't only lose a person, she also loses shared dreams, emotional stability, support, and even a piece of her own identity. Instead, it silently tells her, "Your life is finished. You no longer have the right to seek happiness. Stay quiet." But never forget something important. The heart belongs to the individual, not to society. And as long as the heart continues to beat, emotions will continue to exist. Now let's talk about 5 quiet yet deeply meaningful signs that these women reveal without saying a single word. If you learn to recognize them, you'll understand that every human being longs for exactly the same things: love, companionship, and the feeling of being emotionally connected to someone. She constantly struggles with herself and tries to convince herself through logic. But the truth is that love cannot simply be stopped. It is an inner voice that refuses to remain silent. As her heart slowly and quietly begins to move toward a man, countless questions begin to arise within her. What will people think? What will others say? Do I truly deserve to fall in love once again? Am I being unfair to my past? Will this man understand me, truly listen to me, and genuinely feel what I feel? And while all of these doubts continue to fill her mind, her signs begin to appear gradually. The first sign is a change in the way she looks at you. When an older woman or a widow sincerely begins to care for a man, her eyes reveal it before anything else. The eyes always tell the story of the heart. She reflects for a second and becomes slightly nervous. She wants you to notice her, yet at the same time, she's afraid of being misunderstood. Whenever you're close to her, she'll quietly observe you. Sometimes she's searching for sincerity in your eyes. Other times, she's looking for a sense of familiarity in your face. She may struggle to hold eye contact for long, yet deep inside, she truly hopes you'll look into her eyes. Because she isn't only watching you, another sign is that your words begin to touch her emotionally. When an older woman or a widow starts developing feelings for a man, the way she speaks naturally begins to change. She pays close attention to everything you say. Even the simplest sentence can carry emotional meaning for her. She asks questions like, "How are you? You seem tired. Is everything okay? Is there something that's been worrying you?" At first, these questions may appear ordinary, but for her they represent something much deeper. They are expressions of emotional care and growing connection.